TGIF, Friday, March 19th. Yes, I'm out here in the dark. Of course, with time change, it's dark till almost 7. But it's like 4:40 in the morning. Because I was up early, I just always wake up at 3 or 4 and then I roll back asleep. And good timing, I woke up at the 27-hour mark of the Barkley's marathons. And that's the cutoff is 26:40 for lap 2. And so I just did a little report on that. I guess only 2 guys are out on the third lap. So it looks like Barkley will win again. Lots of rain and fog. Those 2 guys have a chance of getting the fun run, which is the 3 laps, 3 loops, 60 miles. Courtney, DeWalter, and Maggie, and Liz, the other woman, all came in at like 26:42 or 52. Yeah, 26:40 was the cutoff. So they missed the cutoff by 12 minutes. And Jamil Curry came in a little after them. Really tough, I'm sure. Wet, terrible conditions. And then, of course, nighttime. Pretty hard to pick up any pace. So Barkley wins again. And there will probably be no finisher, I'm pretty certain, unless the guys, they do have daylight for this third lap, but probably no finishers this year. Maybe a couple fun run guys, because they're in the daytime, and supposedly the weather's now going to be nice. So I was going to try to fall back asleep. Can't, so I'm going to go out here and do my 80-minute walk. Fridays are always easy days here on the old 24th Street. And then I got to go grocery shopping. Was using Instacart, to stay safe and also help out people who are doing that job. But I'm back to going to the store. I've been to Smart and Final in probably, 6, 7, 8 months. So they open at 6. So get this workout over with and then head over there to the funness of shopping. So it should be a good one. Not sure what's going on this weekend. It's warm out here right now. It's in the 50s because, like Barkley marathons, we actually are supposed to get some rain today. You always know when you wake up in the morning, if it's nice and warm, that there's a nice blanket over the sky, i.e. the clouds. Well, it's 7:30 here in Bakersfield, California. It means it's 10:30 out in Tennessee, and there are 2 guys on their third loop. Hope they're doing well. I hear the weather's good. I did a couple miles since I couldn't go back to sleep after I did my 27-hour posts. So I did 3 or 4 miles. Then I actually went to Smart and Final for the first time in a long time. We've been using Instacart for a while, but decided to ditch that since I'm not doing Grubhub or DoorDash for a while. I also do my own shopping, and it's, got vaccinated, and things are going pretty smoothly. And now I'm going to head out with Blanc at 7:30 and get a few more miles in. But I wanted to go over some Twitter stuff that happened besides Barkley's. Yes, there were other things. First off was talking about, and I've really gone down a rabbit hole and been watching, always scratching my head, been watching the Dubai marathons, and man, it's just flat and fast. Beautiful course they were talking about. I was watching it yesterday. Paul Radcliffe, I think it was like the 2019, and they were saying that the road is perfect asphalt, probably not a single pothole, smooth and fast, just great. And you really want to run on asphalt. I remember my friend Bob Davison, a great race walker in the 80s and still walking to this day, and he told me that sidewalks are 3 times harder than asphalt. Like asphalt is 900 pounds per square inch, and sidewalks are 3,000. And I always used to say, I don't even like to cross sidewalks, much less walk on them, because you can definitely feel it in your bones. Of course, I have been working on those. And amazingly, a lot of really good races are on really hard surfaces. So that's why. But anyways, they were talking about this on Let's Run, about how are the Ethiopians going to pick their team. I mean, you watch these Dubai races, and they'll have 20 or 30 guys going under 210, where in America, we've only had 20-something in the whole history. So they're going to have a time trial for the marathon squad for Tokyo, and it's going to be in Zurich, and it's going to be on my birthday, May 2nd, 2021. And then they're also going to have trials for the 800 to 10,000 from June 6th to the 7th, somewhere in Games Haglow. And the latest is on the Ethiopian Olympic trials. At one time, they were actually talking about doing a 30K or 40K. 30K would just be dumb. It's kind of like how we let people sign up for Western States and get a 100K qualifier. Big difference between 100K and 100 miles. And as everyone knows, there's a big difference between 30K and a marathon, which is 42K. So it's supposed to be a full marathon. So hopefully that happens. Those who watch my videos, and thank you all of you who have been subscribing. I really like following Brad Studelberg, and he puts a lot of things, and he says here, research shows 5 major factors of resilience: accepting reality, even if it's hard, asking for help, being patient, knowing what feels like forever in the moment is not, know that you'll grow from struggle, routine helps to activate and provides predictability, and especially the people out there doing Barkley's, definitely accepting reality even if it's hard. Be patient, knowing what feels like forever in the moment is not, and know that you'll grow from the struggle. And, routine is the big thing I talk about all the time. Just set up a routine. Motivations, whatever. And it's interesting, a lot of the Instagram and internet stars are like all this aggro, motivation and all this kind of stuff. But it just doesn't really go, it only goes so far. You're much better just having a routine like I do every morning. Get up and go out in the mornings, go out in the evenings. My wife gets up in the morning and does her miles before work, which we'll be doing in just a minute, and it's just much better to do that. Studelberg also says the ability to show restraint is every bit as important as the ability to push forward. And that sometimes you have to do that. I have some friends right now with some issues, injury issues, and I tell them, well, you got to know the difference between, pain that's good and pain that's bad. And so like when I hurt my calf last year, I still went out every day and walked, but I walked just enough to get some active recovery, but not to do more damage. Last night, there was also another race going on, an indoor 5,000. It was supposed to be a 10,000, which would be pretty mind-blowing. It's bad enough you got to do 25 laps of a 400-meter track, but this was going to be a indoor 10,000, which would be kind of cool. I guarantee it probably ran pretty fast, but it ended up, on a 200-meter track. It ended up being a race they decided to do a 5K because a few weeks ago they tried to go for the American record, and didn't hit it. So Olympic silver medalist Paul Chelimo may not have gotten the American record he craved tonight, but he did exact a measure of revenge on his training partner, Emmanuel Bor, in the Boost Treadmills 5,000. Using a 27:32 last lap. That's like a 55-second 400. And he won in 13:09 to move to number 9 on the all-time indoor 5K list. Bor, who beat Chelimo 2 weeks ago on the same Virginia Beach Sports Center track at the FireFly Recovery 5,000, wound up in second in 13:11, closing in 28 for his final 200, which is a 56. Yeah, it was just set up for them to run fast. There were some pacemakers in the last 1 or 2K. They were just chasing each other. They did have those tracking lights as well, so it was very fun to watch that. Chelimo says, the Olympic Trials is coming. Never count me out. I can do whatever I want, man. The race might start at the Olympic Trials. First lap, I go 52, and we're going to see what's going to go down. Paul Chelimo, gotta like it. Sometimes, distance runners are sort of reserved. I like the cockiness and the, doing well. Can't finish this without doing a little bit more from the Barkley's Marathon. I will be doing 27 hours. I will be doing if they get to lap 3 or timeout. There's 2 guys out there. Courtney said, incredible effort, team. The Barkley course won this round, but very well fought. And then the last thing I want to leave you with was the media to last. You're a runner before? So that's it for this morning. As always, stay healthy. Be boring, not epic. And please subscribe if you can. I really appreciate it. Got quite a few subscribers with the Barkley Marathons coverage. The only real reason I want to get to 1,000 is to get monetized, and I don't really want to get monetized for my benefit because I'll be putting the money back into the sport, with buying my own equipment, race entry fees, traveling the races, and covering the races. You might have seen I reposted some of ultra running things like Courtney DeWalter breaking the American record, but I'll be putting the money back in. But what happens is you can't get monetized unless you're 1,000, but people under 1,000 used to not have ads on their videos, but now they put ads on, so their YouTube is making money on my videos, which is fine, but why not get YouTube to share? So if I can get to 1,000, that'll work really great. Just hit the button, turn off the notifications, then you won't get everything that I post if you don't want to see it. And as always, thank you very much for
all the likes and comments, and keep them coming. And you guys all have a good day.